Hello everybody, here's a workout for a brand new free account holder. He sent me a message saying, "Hi Prem, can you make this video with 55 terahash starting and compounding alongside with adding 10 terahash on a monthly basis?" So before I go any further, there are a few conditions here. First of all, I'm going to have to assume that the Bitcoin price is fixed and that the difficulty level is fixed. Neither of these are true because Bitcoin always fluctuates in price, quite volatile, and also the difficulty level will keep rising as the time passes. It rises every couple of weeks or so. Also, the compounding interval is fixed at a month. You could compound as soon as you have enough Bitcoin to add more, but in this case, to keep it simple, it will be compounded on a monthly basis. There is no further data extrapolation added into this workout. Now, remember, this is a free member. He's paying for nothing other than mining alone. Now, the workout is taken at 11 a.m. in the UK on the 17th of January, where Bitcoin was at 884. I'm going to downscale this price to 800. And the variables here are very simple to observe. For 800, the gross payout before taking expenses out is about $1,000 a month in Bitcoin fractions. But when the next difficulty level arrives, it already drops to 875. So you need to bear in mind that the difficulty level is what makes the fractions come out smaller than they would otherwise. However, it is impossible to predict the difficulty level along with the price. So therefore, I'm going to take these fixed variables and I'm going to use a lower level of indication rather than project higher figures. Now, what is it going to look like? Well, let's say the gentleman starts on the 20th of January, which is a Friday, with 55 terahash initially. The 55 terahash will cost him $7,150 to begin with. This is the same rate as obtained through Genesis mining. All contracts are obviously subject to the terms and conditions of Genesis mining, but they are lifetime mining contracts, which means provided mining remains profitable, there will be no upper expiry date. There's no set time limit when the contracts come to an end. Now, in the first month, he's going to add 10 terahash at the end of the month. So the 55 alone will give him roughly a monthly payout of $499, roughly $500 in Bitcoin fractions. Why is it half? Because this rate here needs to be halved in order to achieve the actual payout. It's actually more than half, but I'm going with half just to be safe. So when added another 10 terahash at the end of the first month or the beginning of the second month, that's going to cost him $1,400 extra. But this $500 that he's earned over the first month will give him roughly 3.5 terahash extra to add on top of the 10. So the total at the beginning of the second month is 63.5 terahash. So far, he's only spent $8,550 because the 400 is actually coming from the compounding. So I'm only adding 7,150 to 1,400 and you get 8,550. $8,550 worth of mining, which is 63.5 terahash, will give him 577 at the end of the second month, which is slightly more in Bitcoin fractions, provided Bitcoin is assumed to be $800 flat. Now, starting at the third month, another 10 is added, and this amount, 577, is added back as more mining, this time 3.8. So this figure will keep rising as the compounding increases, but he's also adding 10 each month. So by that rate, fourth month onwards, you can see the terahash mining increasing all the way to the end of the 12th month, which is a whole year, he will have 253.5 terahash of mining power. Including the $1,400 spent over 12 months each, plus the initial 7150, he has spent $22,550 in total, but the mining achieved is actually 253.5 terahash. So what he can achieve with this is very simple. $2,303 worth of mining product, which is the Bitcoin payout, roughly 2.87 Bitcoin, is what he should be expecting at the end of the 12th month alone. This is a monthly payout. Remember, all these are monthly payouts. Now, cumulatively, he would have received a total of 27,636 when he begins his second year. He begins his second year with 253 terahash worth of total mining power. What does this actually mean? Well, it's very simple. He spent over 12 months 22,550, which would have ordinarily purchased him 161 terahash. But because he's been compounding all these yellow bits, which are missing in here in color, but they are already added into these figures, by compounding, he's now achieved $35,490 worth of mining, which can buy him 253.5 terahash, which is what he's achieved at the end of 12 months. So his net gain in mining is he's got 92 terahash more at the end of 12 months, which is an increase of 57%. He can expect to have 57% more mining power in his back office just by compounding and also by adding his own terahash mining power. Now, if Bitcoin was to be purchased outright at $800 a piece, his initial capital would have given him 28 Bitcoin. However, because he's got additional mining power, the same mining product will give him 34 Bitcoin instead. So this goes to show you that if he was to spend all of his money upfront in a year, all of his own money, he would have achieved 28 Bitcoins, and then he would have gone up or down in price with those 28 Bitcoins. But because he has mining, and the mining produces more Bitcoin, he can now have 34 Bitcoin in total. And going forward, until the contracts are valid, these are lifetime mining contracts, until the contracts are valid, he will continue to get paid at roughly this rate, provided obviously Bitcoin remains at 800. But we know that Bitcoin has a likelihood of going up. We hope, all of us collectively hope, it will be significantly higher than this. So that means that his return in Bitcoin can be significantly higher if Bitcoin doesn't crash completely. Of course, if it crashes down to zero, all of us, all the Bitcoin mining community across the world, all the $16 billion industry that Bitcoin has become, will amount to nothing. However, by using this principle of compounding and adding a little bit extra whenever available, you are able to get a significantly higher return by compounding than you would by buying Bitcoin outright. And this is why it makes sense to not only compound your Bitcoin mining, but also, where possible, to add more to it, because what you're doing is you're buying literally a slice of the production facility. Additional power simply means you have more ability to generate Bitcoin. Now, this does not take into account certain unknown variables such as the Bitcoin price and any geopolitical risk that Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency might face in the future. But for the time being, this is probably one of the most lucrative ways to actually grow your wealth on a passive basis. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.